Hi, I'm Dr. Shannon Bomar, Director of Product Programming at MedStudy. Now that your personal trainer is set up, let's take a look at how Personal Trainer guides you through each study session to help you study effectively and build long-term memory. Each study session in Personal Trainer includes 3 learning phases: preview, study, and spaced retrieval. As we move through each step, we are priming our brains for new information, studying and embedding that information, and then exercising retrieval of the information so that it is readily available when we need it. So, on the first day after setting up Personal Trainer, I'll start by previewing study units in my study column. Study units are small, manageable units of content to study. After previewing the new topic, I'll mark these study units completed, and overnight, the completed preview units will move to the study column. The next day, I'll start with the study column. Studying here means that I read the topic for understanding and then mark the study unit completed. Overnight, the completed study units will be removed from the study column. From there, my study units will display in the spaced retrieval column at strategic intervals to optimize my recall and build durable memory on the topic. In spaced retrieval, we review previously studied topics. Once they are marked done, they disappear overnight and will reappear again upon the next strategic review interval. At the end of my study session, I'll again preview any study units in my preview column in preparation for my next study session. Now that we've looked at the study flow, let's take a closer look at our study activities. When I click on a preview study unit, it will present me with a set of questions that prompt me to try to recall everything I know on the topic. Attempting to recall the information on the topic, whether I know the answer or not, makes my brain sticky for the new information I'll encounter the next day. You'll notice that each question is labeled as Step 1, Basic Sciences, Step 2, Clinical Knowledge, or both. The core content includes both Step 1 and Step 2 preview-review questions, so that I have the full context of the content. Seeing all questions together helps prevent me from reducing the content of this topic into a silo and helps me maintain a larger picture of the topic. Once I've completed the preview recall exercise for a study unit, I mark it completed. Each night, the completed preview study units move to the study column where they are ready for my next study session. It's important to preview the study units the day before I study and not complete all preview study units for the week at once. When I return to Personal Trainer for my next study session after the first day, I'll start with the left column and move across the board from left to right. I'll begin working in my study column. Clicking on the study unit opens the student core and navigates me to the topic I selected. Once I read and understand the topic, I'll return to my Personal Trainer and mark that unit as completed. Next, I'll apply the new knowledge I've gained through practice and Q&As. Clicking on the related Q&A topic navigates me to a Q&A session where I'll answer questions on the topic I just read to help reinforce the concepts. When I return to Personal Trainer after completing my Q&A session, I'll find that both my core study unit and my Q&A study units are marked as done and completed at the bottom of my study column. I then move to my spaced retrieval column, where the topics I've previously studied are displayed on strategic intervals for my review. Spaced retrieval is the key to moving new knowledge into long-term memory, and these study units continue to appear in the spaced retrieval column over progressively longer intervals. Clicking on a study unit opens my review questions, where I again complete the exercise of recalling everything I know on the topic in response to the review questions. Now that I'm in the review process, I can also see the answers to my questions, which are excerpts straight from the core text. If I discover that my recall was insufficient, I can click to return to the core topic and read for understanding again. When I mark the study unit as complete, the clock begins again, and it will appear at the next optimal interval. Finally, I end my study session by previewing topics for the next study session. Once I've marked my preview study units complete, At night, all of my completed study units in each column will be moved to their next step in my study plan. Each week, my goal is to preview and study all of the study units initially presented in my preview column by the end of the week, and maintain my review of spaced retrieval as they appear. At the end of the week, Personal Trainer helps me prepare for next week's study sessions. Be sure to watch the next video on the Personal Trainer Weekly Check-In. Happy studying!